I'm burning the midnight something. That's a certainty. I'm not exactly sure what I'm burning, but it's something midnight-like, midnight-esque. Hello. Good evening. Decided to like stick clear of the skibbities and not do the fucking vertical stream. Those are just like sucking the life out of me, bro. Those vertical streams are no bueno. Too many tardos. Hello, hello, good evening. How's it going? Smoke a joint. Smoke a joint with me. Let's all of us. Hello, Abby. So to say, I love Paul explains it all in your episode of things that should be banned. Yeah, I like doing those too. I like episodes it's more about like banter and discussion. That's my favorite shit. Like I don't mind like a heavy researched episode where somebody's reading through a bunch of shit. Like those can be good, but I love a good old conversation, man. I love me a conversation. My hair looks black. That's kind of cool. Maybe I should dye my hair. What do you guys think? Thanks for the $2, bud. You want to smoke but don't have no lighter? Psst. Abby, you got a spaghetti noodle? You don't know the spaghetti method? You have a spaghetti noodle, yes or no? Everybody's got a spaghetti noodle. Come on. You got one spaghetti noodle in your house. You do not know the spaghetti method. Oh, Jesus. You got a spaghetti noodle. You got an electric range. Turn on the electric range. Put the piece of spaghetti on it when it's red hot. Spaghetti burns like a candle. Light your smoke. Set the piece of spaghetti down. Blow it out. Turn off your stove. You see what I'm saying? It's the spaghetti method. You can use the spaghetti to light a candle, and then you can use a candle to light the spaghetti and light your smoke, put it out. There you go. The spaghetti method. This is some old stoner tech, okay? This is some legit old stoner tech. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? Howdy, Poland. That's some legit old stoner tech right there. The spaghetti method. It is shocking to me how many people don't know the spaghetti method. But it is a lifesaver if you're ever caught without like a lighter. How convenient you gave me this advice right when I'm trying to smoke, right? I'm telling you, dude, the spaghetti method has saved my ass. Of course, you know that one from way back. I mean, I done said it's an old stoner trick. It's just not as widespread as you might think. You should share the spaghetti method. Oh, yeah. You get crazy, dude. I've built like pipes out of like straight up tinfoil. You know, you ever done like a tinfoil pipe with a pin? I made a bunch of those back in high school where you just take the tube from a pin, cut it in half so you can make two, right? Wrap the tube in tinfoil and then build a bowl out of the tinfoil, poke holes. You're smoking. Put a little carb on the side too. Yep, soda can bowls. Made a few bowls out of apples, although it has been a long time since I made me an apple bowl. But yeah, an apple bowl is a thing you can make as well. Yeah. The tin can method is just like, dude, that's the simplest one, right? Or the aluminum can method. I like an apple pipe too, but you can't really be hitting it all night. You know what I mean? They get kind of yuck pretty quick. But it's good for a sesh or two. You know what I mean? If you got nothing to smoke out of. Although I'm telling you, man, the most economical fucking method back in the day when we were trying to conserve weed was knife hits. Oh, you're welcome, Abby. No, hey, one stoner, just pass the power along. You know what I mean? That's all it is. No thanks needed. Just pass the knowledge along to a young Padawan who might need it. Yeah, knife hits. Yeah. Well, because it's like when you heat those knives up to red hot, you're basically vaping. Like you're basically vaporizing the weed. It's not burning. So you're vaporizing all that oil. We used to make like a little cut a 2 liter bottle in half, stick that in your mouth. You know what I mean? And absorb the knife hits. But yeah, those were like, dude, a little bit goes a long fucking way with knife hits. That's the good thing about it. Or at least that's been the good thing with me. Man, dude, these chats are just so much more chill. It's just people don't like I don't know why. It's the same exact shit that I would be doing if I were sitting on my phone. But people just don't like this format. And YouTube's definitely not like helping matters either. It's not like pushing this format very well. But I appreciate all of you taking part tonight. It's nice to just have like a chill fucking chat where it's not Mortal Kombat 24 fucking 7 skibbity combat. Made a gravity bong using a 3 liter bottle one time. That's pretty good. Yeah, I've hit some pretty retarded gravity bongs. My lungs ain't what they used to be. So I can't do none of that shit. I mean, I can still do a fucking healthy bong rip, but that's where I draw the line. My lungs are cooked, bro. Man, since you brought it up, I feel like passing on the knowledge to the next generation is my goal in life. I have nieces and nephews that I would love to get. Yeah, man. That's the thing with me is like I've got a bunch of nieces and nephews, and the oldest of them is just now getting to like college age. She's 17, already in college, blah 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 blah. And so I'm kind of hoping, like, I got my fingers crossed that if there's some shit, and I don't know, maybe this is just a fucking fantasy, bro. I don't know, but maybe one day there's some shit you need some advice on with no judgment. You call crazy Uncle Paul. You know what I mean? Because you know, I got no judgment. But yeah, man, that's part of the fun of doing these for me is just like you know, getting to share stories and little contextual things like the spaghetti method come up, right? It's just fun. For me at least. It's fun. I find it amusing. I'm doing pretty good, Jack. Thanks for the well wishes. I'm doing okay. I've been better, but I've been worse. 8 to 4 a.m. shift. Ooh, working that graveyard. Working that grave. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Dealing with work drama, a bunch of managers lying about my team's work while my manager is away. How would you deal with it? Catalog what you're doing and present it to whoever the higher up is when the manager gets back. That's it. Like, start, if you haven't already, start making a catalog of everything that you guys are doing. Have everybody on shift do it. They can make shit up, but they can't make proof disappear. So make a catalog. Have you ever spent time in a boat? Yeah, actually. Not really like a boat out to sea, but I lived on a boat for about 3 weeks when I was a kid. It was actually really fucking super neat. I lived on a boat, a really old boat from the 1700s called the Balclutha. Um, and she is moored in San Francisco Harbor, right across from Alcatraz. And it was like a field trip type thing, but it was like a summer camp where we lived on that boat for a week, and then our parents came to visit, and then we went back for another 2 weeks. And it was awesome. It was really cool. I was the helmsman, so it was my job to be awake when everybody was asleep, sitting at the wheel. So I got to sit, in the middle of the dark night out in San Francisco Harbor watching that fucking Alcatraz lighthouse, you know what I mean, and listening to the bells. It was, I was young when I got to do that, but it is like super duper, like clear, awesome memory for me. And, you know, in that vein, I'm really good on boats. Like, I don't get motion sickness on boats. I've got like good sea legs. I adapt really quickly to being on a boat. And I just like being on boats. I like being out at sea. So I think I could do pretty well, as a sailor of some type, or maybe even having a little houseboat that I put her around on or something. I think I could live that way for sure. Oh, it was miserable some nights. Yeah. What draws you to the ocean? The immensity of it, the vastness of the ocean. I mean, it's unfathomably vast. I mean, being able to look at a body of water that massive just really puts you in perspective. It makes you feel kind of like microbial looking at it. At least it does me. What's the coolest bong you've hit from? I don't know, man. I once hit like a 6 foot PVC bong that you had to hit off the top of a roof. That was fun. Um, I had a gravity bong once that was submerged in a sunken bathtub. It was half of one of those like commercial water jugs that you put in the water machine, bloop, 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 the big ones. Cut that in half and use that as the gravity bong. Did I miss a super chat? Hope your evening is going well. Thanks, Chris and Slice. Sorry about that, bud. I just wasn't looking at the screen. Majority of our oceans are undiscovered. Oh, yeah. I mean, we know more about the surface of like some moons of Jupiter than we know about the bottom of our own ocean, the contents of it. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. It just like, and then there's an immensity to the Pacific Ocean that is just, I mean, it's just fucking like looking out at the void. And there's something about that to me, standing right on the edge of the world. You know what I mean? Just knowing that, like, without major technology, I can wade out about chest deep in that. And if I go any deeper than that, I'm riptided. I'm fucked. There's no chance of me surviving, and everything out there wants to eat me. And there's something about that, man. There's something about that that puts everything in perspective to me. Standing right on that precipice, I never feel better than when I'm looking right into that fucking, right on that edge, you know? Right on the edge of survivability, right on the edge of where I can go with no help. Read into Gnosticism. No, not really. Paul, you don't have grandma hands? What? Did you say I had grandma hands? I don't remember. But I get insulted a lot, so you know. I'm in Colorado and that ocean scares me from here. Yeah. Scared of roller coasters, scared of planes, but boats I love, no fear, and I can't find out why. Well, I gotta tell you, like, depending on your genetic makeup, you just may have a predisposition to seafaring. Like that is a thing that exists, right? Your genetics, it's not like 100%, um, like you're born a sailor or whatever, but your genetics can determine your ability to handle repetitive motion and the moving nature of a deck and to adapt to that properly, right? So it might just be a genetic predisposition that, like, you feel at home there because your body is particularly prepared to be in that situation. Yeah, I'm a little scared of heights and stuff, I guess. But not to the point where like I would go like avoid doing shit. Like certain things I probably wouldn't do. Like I'd never bungee jump or anything like that, but I would fucking skydive. Both my parents have done skydiving and it looks like it's a fucking blast. So I'd probably do skydiving. Too fat to skydive though. Wah, 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 wah. Things like comb jellyfish would look like alien organisms. The bioluminescence makes me intrigued. Oh yeah. I mean, every time they send like a research vessel deep, like into some unexplored area, they discover some new species. So it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm scared of roller coasters, but I'll ride any roller coaster. I like being scared of them, I guess, is the point. Like for me, it's fun to be scared. Nah, dude, I'd hella skydive. Yeah. The fear is a form of exhilaration and it makes you feel alive. I'm not like a junkie for it. I'm not like a thrill hound or whatever, but I like it. Well, how does it feel to be right about a second Trump term after the Dems don't do anything? Feels bad, man, because like I feel like I'll be making the same arguments probably with some of the same people the next time. You know what I mean? It's just like I've been through it enough, but I can't give people the benefit of that. The blobfish. I know. Poor little blobfish. Everybody gives the blobfish so much shit. This country is a lost cause. Maybe so. Oh, it will be eternal. The news media just cannot figure out Donald Trump. And well, maybe they can, but they don't want to figure out Donald Trump. I mean, maybe that's a better way of putting it. Because he makes tons of money for them, like all of their ratings go up when he's president because everybody's like, what did he say? What did he do today? What did he, you know what I mean? And playing into his every stupid impulse is why he got reelected, in my opinion. Like, if you want to blame any institution in America for Trump's reelection, it's the news media. Yeah. Well, sounds a lot like you nowadays. I said that, dude. Did I not say that about 6 months before the election? I said, won't be long. So all these people are talking just like me and sounding just like me. For some reason, their tone changes when there's a dim up. What's that about? I don't know. I can't explain it. Oh, it'll be a hugely damaging term. I don't know if like irreversible, but it can be. I mean, yeah, he's gonna appoint a lot of justices, and you know what I mean. It's gonna be bad. Did you hear about the executive orders he already did, pardoning over 1,000? Yeah. I'm actually like kind of surprised that he held to his word on so many of those EOs because those are things that just get like super promised, right? And then like a lot of times they don't end up happening at all. So it's really interesting to see how many of them he's going through. Permanent, at least in the context of our lifetimes. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, poor Tiger King. Can you let out the Tiger King for fuck's sake? I mean, Jesus Christ. All he did was try and orchestrate the murder of one of his rivals. Can we let him out, please? He just tried to murder he just tried to send one crackhead to murder one person. Okay. Let him out. You know what I mean? Everybody deserves a second chance. Let the Tiger King out. You know what I mean? He's just a horrifying, abusive, zookeeper who kept animals in horrible conditions, and he sent a crackhead to murder somebody. Let him out of there. You know? Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot. I would not be shocked if Trump gets 2 justices. So we're talking probably like Clarence Thomas and Sotomayor. No, Sotomayor probably won't retire, but I mean, he's almost guaranteed to get Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas is ancient. He's embattled. He probably, just get out of there, man. It's time. Oh my God, dude. Look who it is. Even in these, the anti-smoking guys come fucking flocking in, dude. Even in these tinier streams, the fucking running smoking PSA guy is here. You gotta love it. He let Ross Ulbricht out, who thought he was committing murder for hire. Yeah. Yeah, he's letting all kinds of people out. Didn't he like pardoned the Silk Road kid? The Silk Road guy's been in jail for like 11 years. He's just like, you can get out. Thought you were smoking weed, though. It doesn't matter. The dude just wants to feel what it's like to give advice to somebody, honestly. There's never like a situation in Rick Sanchez's life where somebody goes, "Hey, Rick Sanchez, can I get some life advice from you?" And so, like, the only way he can dole that out is to travel around and pester people about smoking. It's fucking sad. I only do it out of concern. What kind of trolling is that called again? Let's see. Concern. Concern trolling. Someone who posts to an internet forum or news group, in this case a chat, claiming to share its goals while deliberately working against those goals, typically by claiming concern about the group or its plans to engage in productive activity, urging members instead to attempt some activity that would damage the group's credibility, or alternatively to give up on group projects entirely. Concern troll. I mean, it is. Like, think about this, Dale. I'm trying to think. Would you be honest? Like, what do you look like? I'm 9 feet tall. I got an 8-foot cock. Like, let's say somebody was following you around, right? And you couldn't shoe this motherfucker because they can make infinite accounts going like, "Hey, dude, you should stop doing that. Hey, dude, you should wear different sneakers. Hey, dude, you should shave your beard. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, dude." Would you be chill with that? Would you be chill with that? Yeah, concern troll. Yeah. Ulbricht is the Silk Road kid. Oh, okay. Gotcha. A concern troll. A concern troll. He's concerned about my well being. He's concerned about my health. He's concerned about my business. He ain't concerned about himself. He got nothing going on, so he's up in my chat telling me what the fuck to do. What's your opinion about low birth rate, population growth? I don't know. I think it's probably a good thing for there to be less humans for a while. So I'm cool with it. I understand that like population collapse can mean some pretty horrible things for the future, but I don't think it's going to mean those things for the future while I'm alive. And so I give a limited amount of fucks. In the meantime, I'll enjoy there being less humans. What is your opinion? Oh, okay, yeah, I got that. I know he's such a loving little troll. Such a thoughtful little trolly troll. Did you hear that Destiny's in hot water for revenge porn, bro? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I watched a breakdown video of it, and it does not look good, but I don't know, dude. Yeah, it doesn't look good. So what it appears like, just from kind of taking a look at it, is that Destiny shared nudes and vids some possibly taken surreptitiously, like without the knowledge of the people involved, shared them with other people, and then somebody that had a bunch of these was hacked and they were leaked, right? So functionally, I don't know if you'd call it revenge porn, but if it was leaked through a second party, that's like how revenge porn works, right? So I don't know. Like the whole revenge porn thing seems weird since like the whole leak thing happened because somebody was hacked. But that somebody that was hacked wouldn't have had all that collection of revenge porn shit or just porn of other people if Destiny hadn't sent it to them. I just don't understand. I gotta set something aside right now. I do not fucking understand people that think with their dick, dude. I do not understand it. I don't. A dude could be that fucking smart, that fucking successful, that fucking like commanding over his audience and still be doing stupid shit. Like shit you'd expect a retarded person to do. Like it's like high school level retarded if what is alleged is true. And that blows my fucking mind, bro. That a dude can be simultaneously so sharp and so smart and so conscientious and so socially aware of his like position and stuff when it comes to the internet. And then he's out there fucking. I mean, like, of course somebody's keeping a big archive of that shit, you fucking doof. Ugh. In the end, destiny is only a man. Yeah, no, I get it. And I understand the male imperative to go and sow the seed and all that. But I mean, fuck me, dude. What I don't understand is fucking up your whole program, like your whole life, your whole credibility. Because at this point, like, this is too big for Destiny to like shrug off. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think that I don't think he'll be gone. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But this could do really severe damage to any kind of like growth or whatever that he was hoping to see, or like any kind of like mobility towards him working directly with the Democratic Party in some way as a campaign advisor or a campaign chairperson or whatever the fuck. I think that's over. I think unless he fucking can exonerate himself entirely. But I think we all know how this is going to probably work out. It's going to be settled out of court, and there's going to be a big fat NDA, and that'll be that. Now, if there's like, because right now, to my knowledge, there's only one person who was part of the shit that was leaked that was like, hey, why did this other person even have my shit? And then it turns out that it's pretty common that Destiny deals this shit out to other people. And it's like, so, but is it only one person that's like alleging at this point? I haven't looked into it since yesterday. So if there's new shit, I don't know about it. But if it's only one person, there's a chance that it just goes away. But if it's like 3 or 4 fucking people that end up coming out with shit, which I don't think is going to be fucking crazy, given the extensive amount of shit that was leaked. Well, it kind of gives context sometimes to the way that the guy, at least in my interactions with him, has just seemed so fucking defensive and ready to stab me, right? And then kind of shocked when I don't react because I'm not playing the argument game, right? I'm not trying to win internet points. I'm not a debate guy. But I feel like my interactions with Destiny have been like incredibly defensive on his end. And it kind of gives context to me because during all, I mean, look at the amount of fucking bullshit going on in his life. I mean, it's fucking unreal. It would drive any 3 or 4 people insane if you divvied it up between them. Dude is live 12 hours a fucking day, right? And then the other 12 hours, apparently he's just fucking every e-girl from West Coast to East Coast, flying all over the goddamn world, dipping his wig. Right? We good on him. No judgment there. But I just don't know why the extra fucking layer. Why you got to film it. And if you film it, why you got to share it. Those two things seem stupid if you're a public person. You know what I mean? Like if you're a public, I think it seems stupid if you're a nobody. Like if you're a private individual, I think it's stupid. But if you're like a public figure, a big public figure, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think any of that is in question here. He had all this shit. He filmed himself, shared himself fucking other people without the consent of the people he was fucking to other people, right? Like none of that is contested at all. And that's what I'm questioning. Not whether he's guilty or whatever of revenge porn. I think that's actually kind of fucking flimsy, to be honest with you. Unless there's some connection between him and the leaker and there was some timed attack where but I don't know why Destiny would leak that shit on himself. I mean, that shit just blew up a huge chunk of his credibility because he's like, you know what I mean? Just fucking all kinds of people. And just like that type of shit is like mainstream politicians are going to, you're radioactive now. Right. So I don't know what he would gain. So unless they're alleging, I don't know how it's revenge porn. I think it's like non-consensual sharing of intimate material, but I don't know if there's a law against that. Right. Right. He didn't have consent to share it, but I don't see the argument that he shared it with the intent to get revenge on the person he fucked. Right? I think it was stupid for him to do that. I think it is ultimately his fault that that shit is out there, right? Clearly, but I don't think you can call it revenge porn. Revenge porn is like, well, fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna publish pictures of your titties. That's revenge porn. I don't think that happened. Does the law make that distinction? I don't know. How does one determine malice? That's the court's job, right? The legal process's job is to determine whether somebody did something with malice, with absence of malice, right? All of that can determine sentencing, judgment, all of that, right? No, no, no. You're not the only one calling it revenge porn. From what I understand, Pixie, the chick that made the allegations, is calling it revenge porn. So she started like it's just like I was like, oh, revenge porn. So he leaked against somebody he was trying to destroy, and it doesn't seem that that's the case. Seems like there were incidental leaks because he shared pretty widely some of this shit, and that in and of itself is a breach of trust and maybe a violation of that person's rights. I don't know how the law is going to look at that, but I don't know that it for me, revenge porn is I'm going to destroy you by releasing intimate material that I have access to. Like I'm looking to fucking discredit you, so I'm gonna, post a picture of you with a dick in your ass or whatever. I don't think he did that. I think he was sharing it with other people to be like, hey, look at this bitch I fucked. Oh yeah, this was hot. Oh yeah. I think he was cooming with it. And he's just way too fucking, I don't know, ultra trusting of like Discord chicks. Not even gonna fucking front, dude. Ultra trusting, sharing that shit. And that's how it got leaked incidentally. You know what I mean? Somebody else is the victim of a hack or somebody else leaked it, whichever way happened. I don't know if there's an allegation that Destiny, like I said, like the only way I could see it would be being like revenge porn to me in that way would be if he deliberately was like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you all this stuff, and I want you to leak it right around Christmas." Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think it demonstrably did a whole lot of damage to his credibility and his business. So it doesn't make much sense for him to leak it to get back at somebody who's functionally like publicly a nobody, right? You're giving him the benefit of the doubt too much. I'm not even like, I really don't feel like I am. I don't feel like there's any contention that he shared this stuff against people's consent or without their consent to other people, and through other people that shit got leaked, and he's got some culpability in being the source of that pornographic material, right? So I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt on that. And I think he has some culpability there. What that is in the law, what I'm talking about is just the distinction of revenge pornography, which, as I understand it, and maybe I'm fucking wrong, it's like the non consensual distribution of sexually explicit or intimate material with the fucking intention to hurt that person or to get reprisal or to seek extrajudicial remedy or whatever the fuck, right? To blackmail. Like, that's revenge porn, right? And I don't see anybody even alleging that that happened. So I don't know why everybody's calling it revenge porn. That's just the question I'm asking. Well, that's different. You're right, Chuck. Like, the recorded without consent, that's not revenge porn, but him releasing it, I think that's a whole different. Like, if it comes out, if somebody's suing him that he recorded them without their consent and then released it a bunch of, oh man, he is fucked. Like, he is in a lot of trouble if that's the case. I haven't, like I said, dude, I watched a one of these like 10-minute recap videos that showed what he had said, what the person was alleging, the history that they had, and blah 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 blah. That's actually a good point though, Chuck. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if it does turn out that he was recording people without their consent and those are part of the leaks, and one of those people fucking comes and sues him too, that's got to be like federal criminal shit. See, I've heard. There's a lot of fucking innuendo and shit that flies around. I mean, this is different, dude. This is not like fucking. This is not the horse porn shit. Like, this is criminal shit that's being alleged, and so I'm not gonna fling around like, that's wild, man. Like, people's lives are on the line and shit, not just destinies. Like, that's some serious fucking shit. So, but yeah, I mean, if it comes out that these recordings were taken without a person's consent, yes, he is in big trouble if that can be proved. I think in best case scenario, he's probably going to pay a lot of money. I think that's going to be his best case scenario. Is he's probably going to end up giving a good chunk of change to a few people, and that'll be that. Which sucks. And then, once again, sacrifice your mainstream credibility if that's something that you care about. That's gone too. They were recorded without consent. Is that considered a form of SA? I have no fucking clue, dude. Like I said, I'm not a fucking lawyer, bro. All I know is that that's a whole I will tell you this, that adds a whole fucking layer of wrongdoing, right? It's one thing if it was consensual, please don't share that, and he violated that trust. It's another thing if, like, he was setting up a camera or recording audio without somebody's consent and releasing that shit. Kinda wild. There are 5 things to consider for revenge porn in Texas. Only 1 in 5 cares about the intent. Most statutes don't need all elements to be proven to show damages. Got it. Yeah. Like I said, I've put the caveat, like, I don't know. It just seems weird to me that we would have such a obvious determining kind of label for that law, right? Because to me, it is different. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe not maybe not so much, maybe not as much as I'm thinking, because it is a major violation of trust if he's sharing people's nudes around to other people. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, that's a major violation of trust unless they had an implicit agreement beforehand that, hey, it's cool to share this shit if you want, you know. So that's its own level, but like the recording without anybody's knowledge, that's a whole nother ball of wax right there. I mean, there's like a wild level of something's just wrong with him. I don't know, man. I don't want to like diagnose mental problems or whatever, but like somebody that's that rich, that successful, that driven, that capable, that blows up their life over a nut is fucking wild to me, dude. Dude could go anywhere in the world and fuck anybody he wanted, dude. Unreal. Shit is just wild to me. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely wouldn't be the first time in history that you've seen somebody be that way, you know what I mean? There have been some real smart, real talented, real fucking, awesome people that have just been sunk by their need to fucking sate some sexual desire or another, you know what I mean? Oh, bro, I gotta tell you right now, because, like, if you've ever watched one of his I don't know how into Destiny you are. If you ever watched one of his drama cycle type of videos where he breaks down everything and he goes through a whole manifesto on it, dude, he catalogs every fucking interaction that he's ever had with you, bro. 110%. He's got some sort of method and he's got it all fucking right there, bro. Because he produces it immediately and he's always been that way. So he's got a fuck ton. He's got files on people, Garen fucking T. Maybe not individual files, but he's got a collection of fucking everybody's shit. 100%. You want to see the Paul file? Oh, dude. Yikes. He has messages that admit he knew. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Man's doing Scientology audits, I guess. Kind of fucking wild. And the only reason you would ever have to live your life that way is that if you were publicly compromising yourself constantly. I just don't get it, man. I just don't, man. Well, that's what I was talking about earlier, like he's trying to start a new chapter where he's doing more mainstream politics and interacting, and he was, like really starting to break into the kind of mainstream of the news, showing up on these different news channels, debating people and stuff. And it's like I feel like the credibility of that, especially if this in any way hits the mainstream news, which I don't know that it will. But I just think the credibility hit is going to be immense no matter what the outcome is for this. And depending on what's being alleged and how many people are alleging it in the end is going to be, that'll tell the tale, I guess. I think Destiny will take the Vosh route, just completely isolate himself and rarely talk to other people on stream now. I feel like he kind of did that a while ago. Like I was never like planning to go talk to Destiny. I would always just like check, oh, Destiny's live. Let's see if he's in the like he'll when he's doing that, when he wants to talk to people or wants people to have the ability to pop in, he'll chill in Discord in a special room that only you have to have a role to see. And I can see it and I can go in and out of that room at will. Um, and I gotta tell you, dude, in like 6 weeks, I haven't seen him in there once. So, you know what I mean? I think he's doing way more like planned talks with people, way less of like allowing people to come in. I think he's maybe trying to cut out the drama shit, which good on him for that, maybe, but this ain't a good way to do it. Dr. Disrespect survived. This won't do anything. I didn't say he's like not going to survive. I think Destiny's going to hang around, but what I do think is like you're not going to see Coca-Cola working with Dr. Disrespect. You know what I mean? You feel me? You're not going to see like G Fuel sponsoring Dr. Disrespect no more. Dr. Disrespect might be able to stream over on Stake or whatever the fuck he's doing, right? Um, but yeah, even like a lot of his own orbiters are disavowing him. I wonder if he'll just talk to chat from now on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hear you, but in terms of current significance, I don't see a decline. Yeah. We'll see though. Wild times. Yeah. Crazy times, man. What is it about political commentators and they just can't keep their dicks out of fucking horses and e-girls and you know what I mean? What is it? Gonna stream some rivals. Dude, I fucking hate that game. Well, I don't hate it. It's a good game. I just suck at it, bro. I just have to admit, I fucking suck at the game. Now, I've been playing some Path of Exile. I got a solo self-found warrior that I'm really having fun on, dude. Really having fun. I'm busting chops. But he'll still have his core audience. Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's gonna really hit his core audience unless he gets banned. If he gets banned from because it's, like, very, very possible that archives of these streams that these people were on will be put in evidence and shit, and there's a chance that, like, Destiny gets his ass hammer like, I don't know where he's streaming at now, YouTube and, Kick. Yeah, I mean, there might be that would fucking be a hit, but, um, people get thrown in the figurative trash for mild drama. Wow, drama tanks people's reputation. I can see that. That's what I'm saying. It's like pretty minor shit can cause a pretty seismic shift in people's popularity and their audience and all of that shit, right? And this is pretty fucking. I mean, this is pretty bad. You know, what I mean? I don't think there's any angle from which somebody's like, you know what, this is a positive thing. How do you feel about the feature where you play against easy bots after every 3 games you lose in Marvel Rivals? Uh, it sucks. Destiny makes $1 million a year, which is insane to me. He probably makes way more than that, dude. I would imagine. I would imagine he makes way more than that. Oh my god, bro. Dude, I fucking like I don't even play ranked. Dude, I just suck at the game, bro. I'm too boomer. Okay? I started playing Magneto. I think he's pretty good. And but you know, he needs like a pocket healer. I need somebody babysitting me if I'm to do the job that I'm supposed to do. And so I feel like every time here's my Marvel Rivals experience. All right. You pop into queue, immediately 3 people on your team insta lock some damage dealer. Insta. We're talking like Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, fucking Black Widow, right? And then 2 people will hover support. Nobody wants to play fucking tank. Or they'll be like nothing but tanks. It's just like you get one of the two. You never get people who are willing to like flex fill positions. It's always insta locking damage dealer. And then usually they go like 3 and 8. Is this better than Overwatch? No. Not the original Overwatch. Maybe it's better than Overwatch 2 or whatever, but it ain't the original Overwatch, especially like before it became some insane I don't know, like there was a certain point where Overwatch was real fun to play and then they fucked it. I've seen Doctor Strange Portal kill clips and not much else of the game. Dude, there's some bullshit in it. There's some real fucking garbage bullshit in it, but what are you gonna do, dude? Anyway, I'm gonna bounce. I'll see you guys later.